Hi guys, I just did a video and I'm going to do another really quick one where I talk about update on my writing, my update. Well, there is no update on writing. The end. No, I might work on another book later on. I do have some ideas and thoughts and we'll just leave it at that for now. I haven't started yet. I haven't felt inspired. It's the first time in a long time. I can honestly say that in the last couple of years. And I think a lot's just there's so much chaos in the world. I just can't even sort of put myself in that sort of even sort of calm place to even start. And also because, lately I'm hearing AI and I'm not competing. I don't want to compete with an AI book. I mean, I don't want to compete with a book somebody wrote with AI, put it out there, probably become a bestseller because things are just screwed up now. I know there was a situation I seen somewhere that there was a band. It was like a top selling band, and they found out it was just AI. It wasn't even real people. And I thought, oh God, I don't. That's not a good look for our time in humanity. Is not as artist. Gross. Gross. Anyways, and I thought, well, I'm not wasting, I don't want, as it is, I don't have a huge reader following. I mean, I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to get into that. But that aside, I think, do I want to spend hours and hours of my life doing work, putting everything into it, editing it, picking the cover, writing the back cover, trying to get people know about, trying to get out there, sending messages to all these people who don't give a fuck. Quite frankly, like the media, they don't give a fuck unless you're a big published author. If you're just a little guy, most of them don't give a fuck. I'll be blunt. And, kind of it's an uphill battle and it gets annoying. And I never used to mind, but now I'm like, why am I doing this? And, again, AI, AI. I don't know what these there's like censorship bills that seem to be coming through in Canada. Is that going to extend to, fiction? Like, am I going to write something violent and they'll be at my door saying, well, you're trying to encourage people to go out and commit crime or something stupid. I don't know. You might think that's ridiculous, but there's some ridiculous stuff going on with censorship laws other places. So no, not really. And that ship's probably sailed anyway. But I don't know. There's just so many things that just kind of it's not good. It's not a good time in humanity. We'll put it that way. I don't know if it's getting better or if it's going to just get worse, but it kind of makes me it causes me to be hesitant. And I don't know. I don't know if other artists feel that way, if other writers feel that way. I know other writers, I can't think if any of them are writing at this time, I used to go on social media and see, oh, my new book's coming out, or my new book, and I've seen it a lot more than I am now. Maybe, except bestsellers, but here's this, and let's just talk about that for a minute. People are like, well, how come your book didn't sell as what good as whatever? Well, if you have a big publishing company behind you and an agent and all these people who, by the way, will control the end material. So if you're into that and you want to, that's another battle, even getting an agent. And most of these places will look at you unless you're an agent. Have an agent. Anyway, the point is they have big publicity campaigns and this and that. And there's a whole machine working there, especially if you're a bestseller. And also I shouldn't say a lot of bestsellers. There's a lot of famous authors out there who don't even write their own books. Speaking of ghostwriter, or speaking of, I was going to say AI, but yeah, I was going to say, yeah, ghostwriters. They have ghostwriters. Now they probably have AI. That's why I said that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just gross. It's not. But I mean, maybe some people would say that's just an excuse. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I'm kind of, I've been writing some blogs, but even that I haven't been doing as much as I thought. And yeah, I mean, there's right now there's a huge, and I'm not gonna get into this a lot, but there's like huge lawsuits right now, especially in the US, regarding I believe it's AI companies that were scanning books and to gather information. And I don't know if they're always paying the writer, but I'm not going to get into all that. But there's a lot of stuff going on in the publishing industry right now, and even I see some of the new books coming out. I'm just like, oh, like. And I did a video on this, these cartoonish covers, like it's kind of repulsive. As a woman, adult woman, I don't want to see a cover for a book that's looks like a cartoon. Like I'm a fucking adult. I don't want to read a book like that. But that's what people like, and I think I don't want to do those kind of covers, and I don't want to write that kind of, and everything's science fiction and different things, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, I can't. I'm not writing that. I don't want to read it. I want to write it, and I don't know. It's just a weird time. Like I say, when I see the books coming out now, and I think, is this what people like? I don't know. Do you feel the same as a reader, as a writer, if you're a writer, as any kind of artist, And there's a lot of people whose the whole back to the AI thing could be affected. Maybe it's just being overly dramatized. Maybe it's being under dramatized. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this a weird time? Yeah, it is. Leave a comment. Have a great day, guys.